How to control the pace of your video. You didn't know your video had pace? Well, it has. Hey everybody, this is Iago from immerse, and there's many aspects to make a great video editing, and one of these aspects is the pace of your video. You may not even know that your video had pace, but every video has. And one of the best ways to manipulate your video spacing is by control in the editing. There's no wrong pace to your video. It all will depend in the platform you are posting. For instance, in TikTok, you need a very fast pace to grab people's attention. But for example, in a movie, you can go with a very slow pace that will have no problem. You need to know how to control the pace to make the video as you like. And that's why today I'm gonna give you my main 3 tips for you to make your video's editing pace as you like. While everybody talks about cutting the video, not everyone talks about the space between your cuts. And this first tip is especially for vloggers. A simple tweak in your editing pace can make a huge difference in your video editing as a whole. Right now you may be asking, but what do you mean by space between cuts? When you are making your simple jump cuts in your video, you can choose how long you want to hold before and after cutting. I will give you an example. In this first phrase, I'm letting a decent amount of space between my cuts. In this second phrase, I'm not letting any space between my cuts. In both examples, I spoke in the same pace. The only difference was the editing. And you can see that this little tiny space between each cut can make a huge difference in your video's editing pace. And if you want to make your editing even faster, you can cut before the end of each clip and use a simple cross dissolve between the audio from the A clip and the B clip to make everything more fluid. My second tip to control the editing pace is music, and this second tip goes more for the B-roll montages. Before even searching for the song you are going to use, watch the footage and take a close look to see what kind of pace it will fit better with your footage. Don't always use the same hip-hop beat everyone is using. You can play with your music to make a faster editing and give space and time to make your video spacing slow if you need it. If you are editing a vlog or a travel film, try to understand the culture of that place, the music that they listen, and everything that goes. This will make your editing more immersive and not the same as everyone is doing. One day I made a 3-day trip. The first and the last day were just road, and the middle one was where the action happened. We visited 3 different places in that day. I used one song for the road trip and 3 different songs for each attraction we visit. This helped me to control the pace of my video and helped me to set different chapters for my 6-minute story. So every time the music changed, my viewers automatically knew I was going to change place. I tried to understand the culture of that place. For instance, in one of the attractions, they were dancing a typical dance from that place. Then I tried to search for songs that matched what the image was showing. If you want to see this video I mentioned about, the link will be here in the description. A quick note, the video is in Portuguese, but this doesn't matter. Just pay attention to the music changing. I can't stress enough how important it is for you to pay attention in your music. Not only for pacing, but for video editing in general. Another tip mixing music and cuts is to pay attention in how many cuts you made in your video. To choose a music that fits in that pace. Our hearing communicates with our vision. So if you choose not to show many clips and use slow motion for them, you don't want to use a fast music, because this will create a confusion in our brain. Slow images with fast music doesn't work, and the same goes other way around. Of course, you can break the rules to make your video unique. If confusion is what you want, play with different paces in the same video, that this will create a lot of confusion. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you. If you want to know how to choose music for your next video, make sure to check out our video about this topic. All these tips I gave in this video was from my experience editing videos. So if you have different experience editing videos and you have a tip that you always use, feel free to comment down below so we can create a community and help each other. If this video was helpful to you, please leave a like and subscribe as well to not miss out in our new videos. I think this is all for today, folks, and I will catch you in our next video. Ciao! Everything. Your videos editing pace more slower.